You're welcome, everybody. My name is Jumake, the founder and the digital skills strategist for MyTechSpace-mts concept. And the purpose of this section, this 30-minute section, is for you to be able to organize your inbox like a pro, keeping clients communication neat and timely and professional. So we'll be looking at the goal is to participants manage clients is for you to be able to manage clients and personal email effectively. Modern tools like Gmail, Outlook, Brevo, or Sender. Now, the Gmail, we are familiar with the Gmail that is being owned by Google. It's one of Google's products and it's for email accounts and email address. So the other platforms we have are um, Yahoo email and the likes. But for Brevo and Sender, they are usually used for campaigns, email campaigns, automation. When you talk about automation in your mails, how you respond to email, how you send and communicate. There's a link between the SMS, the WhatsApp, and other platforms such as Facebook and the likes. You have a comprehensive things you can do when you have a Brevo account or a Sender account. So generally speaking, Brevo and Sender are samples of platform for you can use for email marketing, bulk email. You send out bulk emails, SMS, or even WhatsApp messages to people, to clients, and you also have the ability to segment them. What do I mean by that? Before the end of the class, we'll go to Brevo platform and I will shed more light on that. So you have practical section here too. Next, we'll be looking at understanding email management, sorry. Email management, generally, the purpose is for you to have an organized email account, meaning that for emails coming in, for email coming in to your email account, it means that you managing your email account means that you have an organized, you'll be able to prioritize those mails that should have a higher priority or probably even set confidential mode as the case may be. Then also I talked about automating your email communication, meaning that you can have um, some rules like a filter, we call them filter now, whereby immediately you have an email from a particular sender, it means that the email is being filtered out. You have an organized email. Look at the background, for example, this screen I'm sharing. This is a draft. This is a draft to an email. There's a draft to an email is having 214. So I'm going to take you through during the hands-on on how you can do filter on all of these things. So that being said, why do we need um, virtual assistants? I mean, why does email management matters to virtual assistants? As a virtual assistant, you be tasked with some uh, duties such as you handling emails, you handling calls. Depending on your area of specialization or the the um the required duties from your client, part of what you will be handling is the email. If it's a business person, it means you may have access to meetings, you may have access to um, receipts or invoice, as the case may be. So you may have access to also prioritize some meetings for your client or probably send out emails on his or her behalf. So normally, email management builds trust with clients. It saves time. It prevents missed deadline, meaning that you have opportunity to prioritize, to even mark out those emails that are top priority for you to treat so that you don't miss your deadline. Now, there are three key tools that you need as your inbox for your inbox to be well organized. I talked about label, also known as folder. I talked about filters and rules and smooth or schedule. Now, for the first one, labels and folder or folder, the email account comes with folders based on some property or based on some attributes that required. You have your inbox. You can see the inbox here. You have your start. You have zoomed. You have important. You have sent. You have draft. Now, ignore all of these ones because everything you can see on this play here, right here, are linked to your inbox and to your spam folder. There's also a spam folder or a junk folder. Now, the inbox stores what is being sent to you directly. You have important email from other organizations or other users. You have steered. You are the one that will star e some email that you feel, oh, this one I should have it starred as a means of identifying or even going back to it without actually turning it back to unread. Now, for this snows, it means that you are able to schedule your email. The important are those ones that actually you really need. Now, for promotion, don't mind me. I'm up to date with my email. So I'm only using this account for the purpose of this training. So you have promotions. These promotions are those ads or subscriptions that you've done in the past and the organization are still sending you things that are related to their service or their products that has some offer at a limited time. So you have it in promotion. Now, the first one, which is label. Let me share this with you. If you have a client, you have to work with multiple clients and you are using the same official email for them. It means that there is need for you to have this label or this folder in order for you to be more organized as to which particular clients or organization belongs to which. So with label of folder, you can easily do that. Now, let's briefly talk about the interface of your email. This is a typical example of your email interface for Google account. Now, anytime you see these lines, three lines, it could be two lines or three dots, just know that There are certain settings that are included in that space, meaning that you have access to as many things as you can. You can see we are already on the menu button, meaning that everything you are seeing here, from compose, from inbox, from style, from all of that, everything are in the menu. Now, for compose, you will see um, this pen icon anytime you are on any platform and you see such, or a box with a pen, just know that is for you to create an account. Now, take a look at this. This for the mail, this for chat. In case you have some people on your team or in your contact list that you want to chat with, this is where you do that. Now, this is the Google Meeting. You agree with me that we have other conferencing platforms such as Zoom, such as Microsoft Team. Now, Google has Google Meeting. Let's move on. This is the search bar. You can see by default it's been set as important. You can see the filter button here. What this filter does, this is where you set the filter handle. You are getting some email. In case I've never uh, used the filter before, or even done a filter on and already received email, it means that if by default I want to start using Room, it means that I will have to click on this filter button and set some details there. For instance, you can decide that, oh, I'm getting an email from a particular client. I was talking about multiple clients the other time. It means that form has to be filled. You have to include the form address from so person, let's say from Mubarak at yahoo.com. This is where I type it in. The other way you can enable filter on your email inbox is for you to open a particular email. Once the email is open, I'm going to tell you how you go about it to set your permissions, to set filters on it. Now, if you now said, oh, I need this particular subject, probably you have two clients that usually give you the task of sorting out their invoices. You can set a filter here and said, oh, for every alert or for every alert from so client and so client, I want to get this email. I want to sort out this email. Or you do a word matching form. Now you can see, is it greater? Is it, for instance, an email containing a video, a short video will be very high, will be high. Now you set the number here, probably like 30, 34 or something. You set it on this page, and also decide if you want it in kilobyte or byte. Of course, the video is going to be large. For it to be a byte or a kilobyte is very slim. So you can set, oh, it's going to be dated 3 days or thereabout. This is where you set that. Does it have an attachment? Or you search through whichever folder that you want to search, and it's going to continue from there. So we will later treat that. We will later create a filter. Let's assume I'm opening this. I'm opening this email. How do I set a filter on it? I only need to come here and say filter email like this, meaning that by default it's going to pick the email from all my folders and check for this email address. So once it does that, I can say, oh, create a filter and say forward or apply setting, mark as read. Anytime it sees this particular mark as read means that it's going to take it back. It's going to, even if that email you've not checked it before, it's going to return it back to a read. It's going to change it from read to read. Star means that I really want to identify this email anytime I am on a particular page, and it's going to do that. Now, apply this label means that I want to push it to a, a label. I want to push it to junk. I want to push it to sent folder. Or I simply create a new label. It's going to ask me for a name. Let me say sample. Let me say sample. Sample. Let me say sample. Do you want to list this label under? It's going to ask me for a previous, but by default, because the inbox is being identified as our parents folder, I really don't need this one. So I'll just say create. Label has been created. It's going to be under labels. It's going to be here. Can you see it here? Can you see it here? But because I've not actually finished with that email, let me go back. Because I've not finished with that email, it means that it's going to move all of them. Rather than search for a particular one, it's going to move all of them to this sample. So I've not effected the filter button on this place. That's why it's not being listed. So the next thing I want to do now is for me to create a folder, meaning that a label which I've just completed, and then I've set filter rule to also sort out the email from a particular. Let me see. Let me do this for you. Now look at this. I can decide to move this email to sample as well, or I set it as label. Can you see it's under updates? So let me move it to sample. You can see that email has gone. Now for that other aspect which I've just mentioned, or the other aspect I've just mentioned, let's assume this is the email. I will come to this. You know, I talked about the menu button the other time. 3 dots, 3 lines, 2 lines. They all serve the same purpose. Now, take a look at this. I want to move this. I will say search. Can you see all of this? Can you see this? So if I now said I want to move them, you know it has already selected every email. If I said I want to move them now, I'm only going to go down to this place. You can see move to inbox, or I simply filter and then I go on to create the label. So move to sample and move. Now take a look at this. I have 42 matching conversation that is being linked with this SAM email. So I want to apply the same rule to them. Now what category is saying is this? It's saying should it be primary? Should it be update? I believe it's supposed to be an update. So I'm going to move that. Can you see? So if I open this place now, if I launch this sample, can you see everything that is listed? Can you see everything? So let's talk about Zoom, Snoozy. Now you want to schedule an email. I don't have an email schedule. So let's say I'm creating an email now for me to schedule to just schedule. Let me just put something in the subject. This is the subject. Let's say hi. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here and say set a time. In case you want to schedule a time based on any zone, you set a time. Look at it and set booking page. Now, what this booking page means that you want the person to be able to pick a particular time. You want the person to be able to pick a particular time for probably a meeting. Look at it, bookable appointment. Please book an appointment. Then you set availability. This is where you set availability. But we have not started on calendar yet. So let me just go back and go to draft. Let me go to draft. This is a message I was opening. This is a message. So now our email now has AI writable. That's why you have this AI and this button here. So if I don't want to send it now, normally when after you might have finished with the composing the email, you've checked it and confirmed that it's fine for you to send. You click on send. But right now you use this arrow here to schedule it. So it's asking me to specify a recipient, that's a receiver. Let's assume let me just use this email. Let's assume is this. It means that I'm going to come here before I can send it. Before I can schedule it, I have to come here and schedule it. Look at it. Is it for tomorrow? What time tomorrow do you want it to be? If you are not okay with these three options, you come down to this place and select your timing. So we've already achieved the aim of how you can set all of those things and sort out over 100 emails with ease without having to go through them one by one. So how do you connect your email account to your calendar? I was talking about Brevo the other time. Now, what Brevo does is like I said, is generally for emails, bulk emails, for automations, for scheduling, for sharing to other platforms. You use Brevo. Now, this is Brevo. This Brevo account. This Brevo account, so that you have a, a view of what it looks like. It's always a green platform. It has this green logo. So working on Brevo alone is another course on its own. It's another course on its own. It comes with a free version as well as paid version. So this is how their login portal is. This is how it looks like. So you can see it is used for CRM, for customer related management. So for calendar, yes, we are now on calendar. I was talking about you setting booking the other time, and this is where we are. Now, if you want to add a booking page, you want to add an appointment for somebody, you need a title for it. Is it, what type of meeting is it? Is it airport meeting, airport? Is it for travels, airport? Let me say airport. Now, how long is it supposed to take? Let's say it's supposed to take 30 minutes. Yes, if you want to, or probably let me use 30 minutes, because before you search for the available year time, airline and all of that, it's going to take a while, and also find appropriate timing and make other payments. So let's assume it's 30 minutes. Now, see if it's a regular appointment. Of course, this may not really be a regular appointment, so you set it here. Does not repeat. Let's assume does not repeat. What is the date? You set the date that you want it to be. What time do you want to attend to this? You set it here, and you say add date. Or if it's repetitive, you have opportunity to set another date, and you set the time zone you want. Is it Nigerian time? Is it Canada time, US time, UK time, and all of that. Now, 80 days in advance to 4 hours before, meaning that when do you want it to give you notification? Is it 4 hours before the appointment should start, or what number of days? What's the maximum number of days? You can see minimum here, you can see maximum. There's a scrolling arrow there where you can set the number, or you type it in. You simply clear what you have and insert the number of hours that you want. Now, what booking setting does is this. It's for you to it's for you to actually confirm the number of booked appointments that should apply. For instance, in a particular day, your client has 6 meetings to attend, and you realize the calendar is choked. You can see he's already highlighting it here. He's highlighting the calendar line is choked, and all what you can do is for you to like minimize it, meaning that as the appointment is being done and dealt with done with, you will see that the old ones will be pushed away while the subsequent one will fill in the slot. So that's what this is talking about. So this um, calendar availability is for you to share this with other clients so that they will be able to check if they can adapt to your own, or probably you consider their own. So this will definitely be a subscription plan thing. So next, you click on next. Then you set location for conferencing. Maybe the meeting is supposed to happen on phone or in person. This is where you set that, so that when you are seeing the notification that you have a meeting, it simply means that you will be able to recollect if it's going to be in person, on video, or on phone. Then you can put a description. What's the meaning? What is the meeting supposed to be for? Is it just for confirmations? You can put description here. Then you can also say, oh, I want a booking form. Booking form from other people. You want to invite somebody to book. Of course, this is also a uh, paid paid subscription. So let's leave it as that. Let's leave it at that. Can you see? So you can book. You have a summary of what you've booked. You can easily check it. You can see busy days on this are not available. So you can share via link. You can share to another party by link, or to your client, to your boss, that this is the booking for the day. There's no available slot again for more booking. So you can do a preview on all of that. So now that we've sorted that out, now, like I said, sender is used to send auto replies. Sender is used. So it's advisable for you to use just the email